In this tutorial, I'll show you how to create custom charts in your custom reports. So to start, let's click on Create a Custom Dashboard and let's name it Test. And so for this tutorial, I'll choose to create a custom dashboard from scratch, but everything I cover here, you can also apply in the predefined reports. So the next step is to choose my query and I'll click on Create. So as you can see, we got a blank page because we are creating our report from scratch. Let's create our first chart. So we'll click here and let's pick this one and click Save. So this chart is a number of mentions chart, but I don't want it to look like this. I want it to look a bit different. So I'll click here and I'll choose mention chart. So in this case, I will see my mentions in the chart. So I want to sort it by reach, and then I want to see mentions from all of my sources. So I'll choose all and click Save. So now you can see your top 5 mentions by reach. Let's move on to our next chart. So if you're using collections, you can also create chart by collections. So let's pick one chart again and let's click on Edit. So let's choose Mention Collection. And now you can see, for example, all Sephora mentions in negative context. So I'll click on Save, and this will be my mentions that have negative sentiment. So we can also rename it and say Sephora negative sentiment. And let's move to our next chart. So for example, let's move to sources. So we'll pick this chart and click on Save. So you might be following all sources in your queries, but for this chart, you only want to show specific websites or social media. So in this case, we'll exclude forum and Reddit. So we'll go to Add Nutrient Condition and click on Rejected, and then enter forum and Reddit. So now when we click Save, our chart will show all of the sources without forum and Reddit. Another chart I want to show you is word cloud. So let's see how we can customize word cloud. So we'll select word cloud and click on Save. So you can change your word cloud to look a bit different. So for example, you can choose list, and then let's trim it a bit. Let's say we want to see top 10 words in connection to our queries. Click on Save. And now you can see top 10 words mentioned in your queries and also the number of times they were mentioned. Also, since this is Sephora query, we can also remove this word. So Add Nutrient Condition, Rejected, Sephora. And now Sephora won't be included in our word cloud. Let's move on to a chart where we'll be using our tags. So let's find Share of Voice chart. And it looks like this. This doesn't mean anything to us. We want to change it. So for the main dimension, we'll choose tag, and we'll choose tags that we want to analyze. So this Rare Beauty, then we'll enter Makeup by Mario and Fenty. And subdimension will be feed. So let's click on Save. And now you can see the share of mentions for each topic in the Sephora query. So Fenty, Makeup by Mario, Rare Beauty, we see that Fenty is currently the most popular. Another thing you can do is to once again choose Share of Voice and then click on Edit. And this time we'll focus on sentiment analysis. So once again, we'll choose tag and we'll choose again the same tags as before. And we'll choose sentiment as our subdimension. So we'll click on save. And now we can see the sentiment for each of these brands. So Fenty, Rare Beauty Makeup by Mario, we can see the sentiment for each. These were all of the charts that I wanted to show you. So as you know, you can also rearrange your charts and make them bigger, smaller. So for example, you can do like this, half and half, and then you can move your charts as you like.